Hey guys, RTT back here for the video, guys. Today, we got our first story coming in from Mac Minis. So the Mac Minis, guys, right now are on discount at a lot of retailers. Why is that the case? Well, because a lot of malware that was being targeted toward Mac computers and Mac laptops and stuff like that have now fully pledged their forces toward the M1 chips. And according to a lot of sources, the M1 chips are actually very vulnerable. They're no longer the idea of, oh, you can't get a virus. This is the Mac. The M1s have changed the game. Very powerful, very fast, but very vulnerable at the same time. So a lot of retailers are actually discounting these Mac Mini M1s because of that reason. Now, I think, personally speaking, Apple will fix this. There's no issue. Obviously, yes, like any single device you have, you can get malware on it, but I would not go ahead and freak out or react to this. This is not as big of a deal as I think they are making it out to be. Retailers are taking precautions because of the fact that they could get sued, so they're gonna go ahead and discount them already, but don't freak out about this. If you have a Mac Mini like I do, you're fine. There's no issue at all. All right. Next information we have, and the big story we have for today, guys, is going to go ahead and be coming in from Xbox. So, Xbox is making backward compatible games even better with FPS boost. Now, what does that mean? Well, that means that now backwards compatible games, you're going to have a list of backwards compatible games. Those games can now get up to 120 FPS on that game. So, meaning that they'll run at a native 60 FPS. And if you want to, if you have the capable monitor setup or TV setup, you can, in settings, push that game to 120 FPS. Currently, it's only on 5 different games: Watch Dogs 2, UFC, and I think 3 other games. It's not like it's really pushed out there yet, but they're kind of, in a way, like a beta. They're trying it out to see how it looks and how it works. Now, I don't know how many people are going to really go ahead and utilize this, because again, you do need a Xbox Series X in order to do this. So, or X or S. You need one of the two to do this. So obviously a lot of people don't have that right now. But even when you get it, like I said this before, if you don't have the correct monitor, it's kind of pointless. I mean, I have a 160 hertz monitor in front of me right now. I can push, obviously games up to 1080p at 60 hertz. I'm sorry, 120 hertz, 120 FPS, because that's what you can do with the Xbox without a HDMI 2.1 slot. But if you want to go on 4K, you need HDMI 2.1 in order to push it to that category. But this is a $1,000 monitor. I have an ultra wide right here, $1,000 monitor. It's cheaper than $1,000, but how many people are going to spend $500 on the console and then go ahead and spend out $500-$600 more for a monitor or TV? I don't know how many people are going to do it, but I think this is a really cool premise. I think this is just early for its time by Microsoft. Like, Microsoft, give it a little bit of time, and this is going to be a really, really good idea. Once a lot more people get the Series X's, this will be a really cool concept, because this will obviously, the whole idea of like, oh, this game's coming out for Series X, or this game can come out for Series X or Xbox One original. This kind of takes away that, kind of like now you're going to have games that you already owned that are now getting updates to play in 120 FPS, playing like a Series X type of game, So it's a really cool idea. It's a really cool concept. It's just something where until they go ahead and really, we as a society, I would say, get to a point where this is prominent, I really just feel like it's not gonna be that, a big of a deal. But again, like I said, it's as technology grows, as time goes on, technology prices just go straight down. tech goes up, meaning new technology comes out, and maybe in a year or so we see monitors that are $600 with an HDMI 2.1 slot and are 4K, right? We might see that in a year. And I definitely say the more consoles sell, the Xbox and the PlayStation 5, this will push companies to want to get out a product like a HDMI monitor with 2.1, because that's a selling point. Right now, a selling point for companies is, hey, look, we have an HDMI 2.1 slot for 4K 120 FPS, 160 hertz monitor, and it's $600. That's a selling point. That's a selling. It used to not be. Before these consoles, it wasn't a selling point, because if you want to get 120 FPS, you have a PC and you don't need an HDMI 2.1 slot. Now you do if you want to do it on a console. So that's something I feel like really moving forward, we're going to see a lot of companies push this. And maybe in a year or so, this will be an amazing thing. And obviously right now, like I said, it's just a beta, just like slowly. It's only 4 games on this that can go up to 120 FPS. So again, guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions, and I'll see you guys next one. Peace out.